funny.
It's so interesting though, because it's like I always think of the analogy of a pipe. If a pipe is your business and water going through it is cash flow, revenue,
Mm-hmm.
um, or customers. If you've got a clog in the middle of the pipe, which would be some internal process, like essentially that's where your bottleneck is, but you're investing in getting more water to go through,
Mm.
but no water can actually make it to the other side, or it's squeaking through, like the cracks because your core problem is in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a really interesting stat to hear. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it is.
It makes
It's
sense though.
crazy.
It completely makes sense.
Yeah, I mean and the funny thing is like once you unlock one bottleneck, you create others downstream, because now there's more water flowing through, and the one thing
Mhm.
that was used to just getting the stream, because it was the initial blocker was just creating a stream, is now getting the flood,
Yeah.
so it's like, it's a never ending thing.
Yeah, and
Which
the
is good.
funny thing is, a lot of those clogs are fixed with no AI. Like,
Yeah,
really, if you think about it, they can just be a
yeah,
bunch of little deterministic scripts chained together that might
exactly.
get rid of a lot of those constraints.
So this kind of goes back to like, how do I get started, right? It's a little bit of how do I get started, but it's more of like, what do I offer, right? Do I build a product? Do I build a SaaS thing? Do I build a managed agent? Do I do like a course, whatever? What do I offer, right? And this was a challenge for us a little bit. But you know me, right? We've talked for a while. Like, I'm a big framework guy, and like, um, it was kind of like always just going to be natural that we were going to offer a framework, right? And it's an important repositioning away from like, we offer custom AI development, right? Or we offer AI consulting, which is, we offer both of those things. Like, we do both of those things, but so do a lot of other people. And so does the kid next door who's like been on YouTube for a while and has played with Claude Code and is pretty good with it. He can do custom development. He can do AI consulting. So what makes us different, right? How do we differentiate? You have to productize your service or package your service in a way where it feels like a product. And the way that consulting firms do this, like McKinsey, BCG, Bain, PwC, Deloitte, etc., KPMG, is they create frameworks. And that a lot of times like teaches people like, and helps people get very comfortable with like what you're doing, because a lot of times what you run into as like a vendor or a dev shop is like, yeah, I'll just do whatever you want, like just tell me and I'll build it. And people, you would think that it engenders trust, and it actually quite does the opposite, because you don't really, you're not standing on anything. And when you're not standing on anything, you are just not, you don't feel as capable, right?
Hmm.
It's kind of like the idea of like a young fresh college grad who's doing sales, and everybody loves him, right? All the prospects, they talk to him on the phone. He's trying to close the deals, but they're talking to him on the phone, and they're like, man, I love that kid, he's a great guy, but yeah, I'm not going to sign, right? There's a difference between being liked and being seen as like, oh yeah, this guy's going to get it done, right? Like,
Hmm.
and that's why a lot of people are like, oh, he's an a-hole, Steve Jobs is an a-hole, or Elon Musk is an a-hole, but we still work for him or whatever, because he's a winner, he just gets it done, right? You don't have to be an a-hole, but like, there's definitely a level of like, hey, I do AI consulting and development, and I've actually developed my own framework for how to think about this and approach it. Here's like my 5-step thing, and then here's how it's going to apply to your business, right? That's a way different approach than, yeah, I can totally build like a sales automation for you guys. Hey, yeah, I'll
Yeah,
build whatever you want, right? It's just like a
yeah,
different approach. Yeah.
absolutely. And so on top of this framework, are you guys niched down?
Not industry wise, no.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So this, I mean, I can imagine that this really is going to help with your positioning, coming from a place where you are kind of more working across the board, but
Hmm.
you have niched down your process essentially, which
Right.
is going to help a ton. So I can even imagine the power of, an industry specific type of firm that has their own process for speed to lead, for example,
Yeah.
and how much more trust that makes it, you know, have in that sort of person. Like you said, this person will get the job done, or this firm will get the job done.